Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
Oh, well, come on, baby. Lord took her away from me. He's on the heaven. You know, that kind of sounds like Eddie Vedder. I'm not doing too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Welcome to the Daily Grind, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, not Eddie Vedder, although Eddie Vedder, if you're watching the show, brother, hop on anytime you want. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesday around here, it's important that we have Rusty Buckets on. How are you, Rusty? Are you good, sir?
I'm good. I am enjoying this beautiful day in East Memphis, a little bit cooler after the rain yesterday. Luke, I'm trying to diversify information that I know. One of the things I learned this morning, you may not be aware of this, but did you know that Ireland's capital city is growing at an exponential rate? In fact, it's Dublin.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Daily Grind.
That's really good.
I thought you'd like that one. And shout out to our international brethren out there. Wayne, if you're awake, I don't know if you know or not, but Ireland is in fact Dublin.
Oh man, my best friend in the whole world, he married a woman from Ireland, and he might be watching the show, and if he is, I know he's cackling at that.
If not, we got to clip it and send it to him.
Yeah,
clip that and send it to all your Irish friends. They will appreciate it.
It's
and buy you
Dublin. God, that's good. You know what else is Dublin?
Not my FanDuel account.
Not your FanDuel account. There we go. Mine neither. But my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations for the NBA season, for the Grizzlies season in particular, is Dublin. That's a fun little play on. I like that. Is Dublin, because it was announced yesterday, or I guess it was Sunday. It was announced recently that Cedric Coward,
let's go, has
been 100% cleared. 100% cleared for all basketball activities. This is per to Michael Cole. This is exactly what you want to hear with training camp a week away. I mean, for all the news that we've been getting that we know we're heading into training camp. I can't even say next season anymore. It's here, baby. We're heading into training camp with Jaren and Edie a little hobbled. Like what's his name in Misery. We're looking at guys kind of hobbling around. The fact that Coward is 100% cleared is so good. The news could not have come at a better time. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, he's been cleared since August is what the quote was. So he's been doing some basketball activities. We just hadn't seen it on tape, and we're in a highlight league, as our wonderful commissioner has said. So the fact that it flew under the radar is surprising, but also at the same time not. I mean, everything I've heard, dude's been locked in. He's ready to go. He's ready to play. He's going to be full go, all gas, no breaks for training camp, and that's exactly what we need out of our 11th overall pick. It's exactly what Grizzlies fans needed to hear, that he was feeling good and he was back to basketball activities to give some peace of mind. I know in one of our commercials, Edward was saying he needed to see some clips of Cedric Coward, and I would have appreciated that too. But at the same time, it's showmanship. It's keeping everybody keeping everything quiet and under wraps, and I like that. I like flying under the radar. I like a guy that's not all about, pomp and circumstance. Like, he's just out there hooping. He's locked in. He's ready to go. We get him going. We get BC back. We'll get Jaren and Edie back before too much longer. If Jaren's truly ahead of schedule, then maybe he only misses just few games at most. But all in all, great news for Grizzlies fans as Cedric Coward is healthy. And I'm going to get out ahead of this. I was one of the ones that was all in on Gigi taking this massive leap and all these things. We need to be okay and understand that Cedric Coward is a rookie. He's coming off of a shoulder injury. If he's not the second coming to Michael Jordan yet, that's okay. I think there's a lot of potential there, but he's got to get back into basketball shape after not playing for basically a year.
Yep. I mean, yeah, and then he played 6 games this last year. Yeah, like he hasn't played in a hot minute, and
Right.
meaningful basketball in a hot minute. So yeah, give him.
So I'm telling myself, and along with all the collective us, we got to pump the brakes and appreciate what we're getting out of Cedric Coward. It might be world beaters, and if it's a rookie figuring out his way in the NBA because he only played 6 games in Division I basketball last year, then so be it.
It's also fine. Both are good outcomes.
Yeah.
Like one would be better than the other, obviously. But.
Right, and I'm fine with him being like Kawhi, but the basketball playing Kawhi, not the not showing up for work, tree planting Kawhi.
not the aspiring Kawhi, we should say. It's great. We got some. This is some excellent news for Grizzlies fans. Switching gears to some not so excellent news. Well,
depends on your perspective.
I was getting ready to say maybe not. You never wish injury on anybody, but this inadvertently will probably help the Memphis Grizzlies. Fred VanVleet, who I like. I mean, I like Fred. I don't have anything against him, but he tore his ACL, which is a bummer. I want to talk about, just the aftermath of this injury. I want to talk about the immediate aftermath first. Head on over to FanDuel Sports, guys. For those of you keeping track at home, they were presented by them. They're great. I wanted to do a little game. Yesterday, I looked at the odds yesterday for this is the Rockets odds to win the finals and to go to the Western Conference Finals. I was like, I'm just curious. This was yesterday. They had the 6th best odds to win the finals yesterday at plus 1,500. And they had the 4th best odds to win the Western Conference yesterday at plus 900. So their odds since yesterday, they've dropped. Not by a lot, but there has been a little bit of like, this morning, their odds to win the conference are plus 950. So it's moving in the opposite direction, just a skosh. And their odds to win the finals are plus 1,600. Their odds to win the finals, I think they might have even gotten. No, they didn't get leapfrog. Their odds to win the finals. They're in the Clippers. Odds both are kind of free falling for obvious reasons. But I just thought that was interesting. Their Vegas still is putting a lot of faith in Kevin Durant. And I guess a lot of faith in the other pieces on this Rockets team, the Tari Eason, the Thompsons, the Şengün. I guess this Fred VanVleet injury just means it's time for these young dudes. I mean, Reed Shepherd. There's a lot of young talent on this Rockets team, and maybe it's time for them to play.
Yeah, Reed Shepherd might suddenly be important at work and not really even realize it, because the Rockets are also kind of strapped. I saw this yesterday. They cannot sign more minimum guys without trading away salary because they're $1.2 million away from the first apron hard cap. So they're pretty capped with what they can do. So they can apply for a disabled player exception, but that doesn't change their financial restrictions, meaning that it's not going to change their tax profile if they sign somebody through the disabled player.
They can just sign
exception.
Someone.
They can sign somebody, but you're still going up against the cap. They cannot sign more minimum guys. They cannot use the disabled player exception because it would take them over the first apron cap. They cannot trade anybody like Steven Adams, Fred VanVleet, Capella, DFS, Jabari, Okogie, Tate, Aaron Holiday, and Jeff Green until December 15th. And the only possible way of acquiring a point guard would be to trade Amen, Reed, Şengün, KD, or Tari Eason. So basically, the Rockets are not going to acquire a point guard, and it's time for Reed Shepherd and Tari Eason, some of these younger guys, like to really step up and take that next step, because they don't really have an option. They can't just go sign Russell Westbrook or some of these other point guards that are kind of hanging out in the fringe, a Ben Simmons type, somebody like that. They're going to kind of have to huddle within house, and that sounds like what their starting lineup is going to be.
Do you think this is Edward asked this? Is this what you think it's going to be? I'm with you. I think it's Reed. You got to be like, come on, Reed. We drafted you 3rd overall, brother. You got to start doing something.
I mean, that's it. Like I'm pulling up their roster right now just to kind of see, but I don't know what other options you have beside Reed Shepherd. He was a point guard in college. He's the guy that can bring the ball up the floor. He can be that guy for you. I mean, yeah, that's really going to be your best option is Reed Shepherd. Aaron Holiday, maybe like
I don't know.
JD Davison from Alabama. Like they've got some young guys, but nobody's proven. Reed Shepherd's at least got some experience playing, professional basketball, albeit not a lot. But this definitely throws a wrench in it again. Like Sid Teal is warming up for a generational type run this season, and they dropped yesterday or Sunday, whenever it happened, that Kevin Durant has already requested a trade from the Rockets. Sid Teal is out there getting ahead of it, but it's going to be interesting to see what the Rockets do because yes, they're still going to be an uber talented team. I mean, you take those last 4 from Edwards' starting lineup, and you're still going to win a ton of games. But who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to bring the ball up the floor and get the offense rolling?
Well, and that's the question where it's like you take a team with title aspirations. There's no other. That's what this team is: title or bust, finals or bust. You take that where they had a title winning. Yeah, they went all in. They had a championship winning point guard with the pedigree. Been around the league a while, commanded the respect. You know, they're going from that guy bringing the ball up the court to Reed Shepherd, who was sent to the G League last season. That's just I don't know. That's a big swing of the pendulum in the other way. So
because you think about, like, he's a vet leader, like you said, he has that experience, he has that pedigree. And we see it in football all the time. You see it in basketball all the time. Like, experience wins. Like, you need guys that have that experience on your roster. And they pushed all their chips in the center of the table on this season by going all in and going after KD and Clint Capella and getting DFS and getting these guys on this team to make this team better as is, re-signing Steven Adams to go for a championship run. You got to think that there's somebody in the front office going, man, what are we going to do now? Just because, again, they'll figure it out. They've got some talent. Reed Shepherd might be awesome. Like, there's a world. He was awesome at Kentucky. Struggled a bit, kind of adjusting to the NBA because, I mean, like, that's a massive step from college to the NBA, right?
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see if he can step up. There's a contingency plan there, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens early on. And does this become the crack in the locker room that leads to some Kevin Durant shenanigans or whatever else you may see?
Well, yeah, and I think I might know your answer based on that. Edward, shout out everybody in the comments. I see King Meeks Edward saying thank you all. Love this. You think KD is going to lead this team is the real question, because he is the dude. He's the pedigree now on this team. I mean, is he?
It would be the first. It would be the first time. And he has said, you know, I'm not a role model. I'm not a leader. I'm here to hoop. Like, he said that in the past. And so it would be the first time. It would be, you know, another step in his character development or his villain arc, if you will. You know, it would be the first time. I'm not gonna, if I'm a Rockets fan, I'm not holding my breath for that. I'm not holding hope that, like, Kevin Durant's going to all of a sudden just be this great locker room leader, locker room presence kind of guy. I think you have to lean on the Steven Adams of the world.
I was just thinking Steven is Steve-O. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Jeff Green, like guys who've been around a while and been on good and bad teams. You're going to need Amin Thompson to step up as he's getting more into that vet status. I know he's 3 years in the league, but still got a lot of young players on this team. Somebody's going to have to step up. Steve-O has been that guy in the past, but I'm curious to see who else is going to be.
Well, and it's, I mean, the Rockets last season, they had their 2 vet acquisitions that they spent all that money on was VanVleet and Brooks. Both are gone.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting. And, you know, it looks like it sounds like the Rockets aren't going to go win on offering KD a max extension either. It sounds like they're not going to do that. And I don't know. Maybe this changes. Maybe this changes that calculus. I don't know. All that to say,
it throws the monkey wrench in what the Western Conference is going to look like this coming year,
which helps us, which helps the Grizzlies. I mean, don't forget the Rockets are in the same division as us.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, them losing their starting quarterback, if you want to frame it like that, that's not going to negatively affect the Grizzlies. So
yeah, I mean, this is like it's aces for Grizzlies. Again, we don't wish on anybody, but Cedric Coward coming under, like, figuring out or finding out, I guess, that he's full go for basketball activities. Fred VanVleet going down, like, this definitely helps the Grizzlies' chances. Again, we don't root for injuries, but it does help the Grizzlies.
I'm curious before we take a break. I'm going to go head on over to FanDuel if you want to follow along. It's like one of those sing-alongs where you follow the bouncing ball. We looked at the Rockets. We checked out the conference and the finals odds. I'm going to see what the Southwest Division odds right now. So Rockets are still favored, minus 200. Spurs are plus 400. Mavericks are plus 850. Grizzlies are plus 1,000. That's changed. The Grizzlies were, yeah, I agree. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think so based on their moves. I think if you understand the calculus that is the NBA, I don't know that you'll be shocked if neither of these teams kind of work out and win a title simply because, like, the history is there.
Yeah.
But I agree, like, both of these teams are, like, they're boom or bust. They're either going to be finals contenders or they're just going to be bad.
Yep. And God, basketball's here. I just got excited. It's really nice. We're gonna take a quick break, y'all. Enough basketball talk. Wayno's not even here to listen. I'm kidding, Wayno. You should be sleeping. I don't know what
Yes,
you
get
do.
some rest. You can watch this later.
You can watch this when you wake up in your morning.
Yes, we'll still be here.
We'll still be here. Take a quick break, y'all, because when we get back, we got to talk week 3 in the NFL. God, been good week of football. Weird week of football, but we're gonna do. No, you look sad. We'll talk it right after this break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Can Memphis beat Arkansas this week?
Can they? Sure. Since 2014, they are 4-0 against opponents when they play 11 a.m. games on ABC. 4-0.
Okay.
I have a lot of concern about this defense's ability to contain Taylon Green.
Yep.
That's my biggest problem.
That's the
Over
game.
the years, they've struggled with running quarterbacks, as most defenses do. I think that's such a trope for a lot of people. They're like, this defense struggles with running quarterbacks. It's like, well, everyone does. He's got all the ability in the world. And I think this is going to be a massive test for a Memphis defense who I don't think has really been pressed or challenged by any quarterback today.
Then for Memphis's offense, they've got to be able to stretch the field. If Arkansas knows that Memphis is just going to try to line up, run the ball with Sutton Smith, run it with Brendan Lewis, they're going to be able to shut that down.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
DJ Lagway has shown me he had a 39.2 QBR in the first week. He had a terrible game against South Florida. And all this hype about DJ Lagway being the next great Florida quarterback, Drew, has fallen flat on his face, in my opinion.
Hell, no, the problem is he sat out all spring and he sat out 2 weeks of fall camp. I think once he gets to the next level, he is that type of guy. But I don't think he has been able to develop the right way at Florida because he's been off the damn practice field.
You know why you don't see it, Rusty? Because you had LASIK surgery to correct your vision. I don't trust medical doctors. I don't trust anybody these days when it comes to scouting football.
Can y'all tell me what the identity of a Billy Napier team is?
No.
Finish strong?
I have
because
I have literally no idea. I truly believe DJ Lagway is that type of talent where it's
I agree.
Are we watching the same quarterback? Good.
No, hold up. He's 6'4".
That's fine.
225 pounds. He can run over anybody. He runs a 4.4. He's got a cannon for an arm. He can be accurate. He's shown that.
You Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson was never accurate like that.
Can I give you Anthony Richardson?
Tune in to College Football Saturdays throughout the college football season live from Grind City Brewing and the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we're back. It never gets old, brother. Never gets old.
Because like those buffoons, even like on our show yesterday, Drew tries to say that DJ Lagway is a generational talent. And if that's the case, we have watered down the definition. And I do think we have. Everybody's a generational talent because they're a little bit athletic and had a few good games. But his floor is Anthony Richardson. His ceiling is DJU, former Clemson quarterback, and I stand by that. All that commercial does is just make me look smart, man.
I love it. I hope we keep it forever. It's just like, got him. It's just so funny. They just think it's so defensive.
That's it for a quarterback who's averaged 58 yards passing his last 2 games.
Oh, it's good. You can, if you want to hear those quote unquote buffoons, continue buffoonery, and whatever. Check them out. We got a ton of shows. Go check out Trilogy Tattoo. And check out FanDuel if you want to go pad your pockets a little bit.
Or you could be like me, go 1 for 6 on the weekend. The only one I got right though was taking Memphis to win and the over. Shout out to the Tigers for being my only win this weekend.
There you go, making that money. Did you place money on the game last night?
I did, and I came up a Zay Flowers 73.5 or above short of a $300 parlay. I had an anytime touchdown from David Montgomery and anytime touchdown from Derrick Henry. I had Jared Goff under 265, and I had Zay Flowers over 73.5 yards receiving. And the only one that didn't hit was the Zay Flowers. He's been killing it for me in fantasy. Did hit last night. Could have won $387, but shout out to FanDuel for allowing me to donate some money to the good people at FanDuel.com.
There we go. And I mean, there was probably a lot of money moving on this game last night. If you didn't watch it, this was a hell of a game. One of the better games of the season. Detroit Lions beat the Baltimore Ravens 38-30.
And what's going on with Derrick Henry? We do need to talk about that because
he fumbled in every game.
He had 3 fumbles all of last year, and so far in 3 weeks, he has already met that same total. Like a guy who never fumbles has had all of a sudden got fumbleitis, and he can't quite hang on to the football in moments that really matter. It's definitely it's an interesting development for a guy who is a world-class elite running back. Generational talent, some might say.
Some might say. Dude, the biggest problem is like the Ravens are 3-0 and a firm like a 3-0 if he holds on to the damn ball.
Yeah.
If he holds on to the ball, they are undefeated, and they are probably the favorites to win the like
AFC, at least the AFC North, and probably the whole entire AFC. But you're absolutely right. Because of a fumble against the Bills and then a fumble last night, they're 1-2. And it's not from they've been playing phenomenal. Lamar Jackson is killing it. Mark Andrews, I finally bench him after 2 bad games, and he goes off for 22 points on my bench. It would have helped me win every game. Like I've got him in 2 leagues, and those are the 2 that I lost where I benched him.
Yep.
And so, the Ravens are figured it out. They're playing good football. They just got to protect the football a bit more. That's been
protect Lamar. He got sacked 7 times last night.
7 times, yeah.
That's crazy. I don't remember ever seeing him getting hit that much. This is weird. I feel like he normally is elusive.
Yeah, absolutely. The protection is not there. He's having to hang on to the football a bit longer. Like the Ravens, like the recipe is there. I just think they're still knocking some of the preseason summer rust off, and they've got to get better in the trenches, as Kendarius is saying. Absolutely. The big uglies up front got to be better for Baltimore. And then Derrick Henry has to hang on to the football. I mean, it's like point blank period. That's what it boils down to. But shout out to the Lions, who are 2-1. Their only loss being like a JJ McCarthy miracle game in week 1. But Jared Goff is cooking. Like that 2-headed monster at running back is not going anywhere. And Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery had 12 carries for 151 yards and 2 tutties last night.
Yep.
Like that Lions team is going to be a problem in the NFC.
Yep. Let's recap the entire the week 3 kind of rapid fire recap. Who else? Like what else jumped out to you? What else is going to be a problem other than how great the Bears looked?
I think that we got a race to who's going to be the first fired NFL coach, and I'll let you get your kicks off on the Bears. That's between Brian Daboll, who's been bad, and we thought Daniel Jones was going to get Brian Daboll fired when he was in New York. He might still get Brian Daboll fired from Indianapolis because he's been killing it as they beat my poor Titans to sleep with a terrible offensive line play. Brian Callahan might be the worst in-game head coach I've ever seen.
Let's talk about him because he is awful. He's
just like clueless. That sequence where we had a 57-yard field goal, you take 2 timeouts, the Colts take 1, then you take a delay of game, back it up 5 more yards. You got a 60-something yard field goal that you're trying to kick. Then you miss it, only for Indianapolis to go down and get points before the half. It is the most mind-boggling. Like he is so far in over his head. He is absolutely terrible.
He said he didn't have enough time to figure out what he wanted to do. He had 2 timeouts and a delay of game.
You had 3 because the Colts. You had 3 timeouts and you took a delay again. Like you had plenty of time to figure it out. Like if you can't figure it out there, we are cooked. And so FanDuel doesn't give odds on fired coaches.
Fired, they should.
And that Brian Daboll and Brian Callahan both have minus odds to be fired before the halfway point of the season for sure. Unlike Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, who gave the Cowboys the work. Lou, what happened there, man?
Well, one, I think every team that needs to see if their quarterback has it should play the Cowboys defense. I think they're the perfect bounce back.
Yeah.
Especially when they got guys out. I was getting updates on my phone. I'm like, oh, they're starting cornerbacks out. Great. Kenny Clark's not playing. Great. I will say, Ben Johnson, the offense looks good. Luther Burden looks good. Ramadunze looks good. It just is finally all I want. I wasn't expecting to win this season. I just wanted to see Caleb look good in the offense. And I mean, who would have thought his ex-coach, I've been here, Bears Twitter yesterday, they said, because Eberflus is now the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, they said he finally developed Caleb Williams. All it took was him going to another team. That's it. It's so great. What else happened? I'm trying to think what other scores happened this week. Chargers are real. They didn't charger away their game. They kept it. Yeah. They ended it well.
The Browns in the Dookie uniforms, they had brown helmets, brown shirts, brown pants. They were literally like Mr. Hank the Christmas Poop from South Park, running around out there. But they beat Edwards Packers.
Edward, where you at,
Edward? Up there. Where you at? You got real quiet, man. You got real quiet when the Packers got beat by a hapless Cleveland team. But Cleveland gets a big win. The rock fight of the weekend goes to the Chiefs and Giants, who were just out pitiful one another, like just unbelievably bad football. And yeah, shout out Kadarius, man. The Jets game, that Jets-Bucks game was wild. We get the celebration of Aaron Glenn down the sideline, who gives in memes Hall of Fame level celebration now. Baker Mayfield still freaking has it, man. And the Buccaneers creamsicle uniforms might be the greatest uniforms in NFL history. Yep. In the history of the NFL. Those things are so clean.
Yep. Just great special teams this weekend too. How many blocked field goals were there? I feel like there were a lot.
And kickoff returns for touchdowns, punt returns for touchdowns. There was what's his name? The head coach for the Commanders at Dan Quinn got absolutely bowled over by Marcus Mariota. Who shout out Mariota had a
shout out Mariota, dude.
Good commander, he was 2019 Titans Mariota.
So I've got in one of my leagues, I've got Debo and I got Zach Ertz, and I was like, the Commanders just kept winning 40 something and I was like, where are these points going? Because it's not going to any of these guys. None of these guys are scoring. Shout out King Meeks. The 49ers are 3-0. I feel like.
But here's the thing: they have played the juggernauts that are the Seattle Seahawks, the New Orleans Saints, and now the Arizona Cardinals. And then they got the Jacksonville Jaguars this weekend. They could be 4-0 before they play the Rams, who the Rams look really good.
Rams should have beat
their defense is good. Matt Stafford's back looks to be fine. I don't think he's having any issues. Yes, they lost. They kind of lost it late to the Eagles.
Second. It was that final second field goal, right? Block punt. Yeah. Or what was it? D-tack. Nobody was around.
Block punt, block field goal, something. Yeah. But that Rams team is going to be good. If Matt Stafford can stay a bit healthy, keep that back healthy. Kyron Williams, I've got him in fantasy, has been good. That Rams defense is good. I think the Rams are going to be a team to make some noise this year. They just play the Eagles, who are now 3-0, and they've got the easiest play in football with the tush push,
which people are just jumping off sides for now. It's just so silly. We could have a whole conversation about that tush push the other day. I don't understand it. Before we tube, because it is Tuesday, and keeping in the spirit of the NFL, I do want to get our daily dose of crap.
Wow. The champ is here. Champ is here.
Everybody else they're not even in the comments today. Uncle Buck is licking his wounds. He's 0-3.
Just like the Titans, 0-3 and hapless.
Poor guy. Name of the game, it's Trap. It's brought to you by FanDuel. We will present the guests some odds, 3 different odds. He has to tell me which one is a trap in honor of Admiral Akbar. Today's theme is the AP NFL Comeback Player of the Year. I find this award interesting because are you coming back from an injury or are you coming back from just being bad? Because Joe Flacco won this the year that what's his name died on the field, so it's fine.
Yeah, DeMar Hamlin. Yeah,
so it's fine. So the odds for the AP NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Which one of these is a trap? I like this one. Christian McCaffrey plus 145, Daniel Jones plus 430, or Dak Prescott plus 600.
All right. The one that jumps out first is Daniel Jones at plus 430. I feel like he's having the type of year that could be like the odds-on favorite for comeback of the year just because of how bad he was. CMC is concerning. Plus 145 feels awful high. And I don't know if you threw Dak on there at plus 600 because he's from Mississippi State or not. I don't know if that's the one trying to trip me up. But I feel like plus 145 for CMC. I'm going to go Daniel Jones plus 430 as the trap.
I got you.
I
got you. Man, see, you're giving me way too much credit. I literally just threw Dak on there. I was like, I don't know. Christian McCaffrey is the favorite. I'm with you, though. The logic.
Wow.
You got to stop using logic because it makes too much sense. And the odds don't always make sense because you were right. Christian McCaffrey is 145. Daniel Jones is plus 430.
Yeah.
Dak is right there with him at plus 430. Aiden Hutchinson is the plus 600. I like this because it's a collection of players that are coming back from injury and players that are coming back from sucking.
Yeah, from the abyss that is the New York Football Giants.
I just love it. All these guys are coming back from injury, and they're like, Daniel Jones is playing really, really good.
Yeah, he's playing so. Indiana Jones just out there absolutely tearing it up. Like, I saw some comparisons on yesterday on X where they were comparing Josh Allen's season to Daniel Jones's season, and Daniel Jones is having a better season just because he's been so good. And it's like, is it time we have a conversation? Because like Indiana Jones balling out, man.
There's not been an offense that have scored. What is it since the 2007 New England Patriots that have punted
103 points?
Yeah, that's
103 points in 3 games. Like the Colts are tearing it up. They beat my Titans. Like they lapped the Titans. It was hideous. They got the Rams this weekend. That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, that's at 3:05 on Fox. But I don't really see that'll be a good game. Then they're not really tested again until the 19th when they play at San Diego. This Colts team is dangerous, man.
I would say I like this plus 430 for Daniel Jones if you want to go because if they keep playing well, this is going to go down. These odds might switch, so put on some money on this while you can.
816 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 86.5 QBR. Just
3 games.
Absolutely kill it in 3 games.
It's so silly. Before we get out of here, there's a tradition. I'm not slurring my words. I don't even drink.
What's in that coffee cup?
Coffee. Tradition around here to tube on Tuesdays. What does that mean? It means we talk about what we watch on TV. Everybody's got a TV. I think. I mean, there are TV places. There are TV places. There are places.
There's TV places.
There are TV places. You can find TVs on the street if you want to go walk by like an electronics store and just look in the window. I guess I can go first. I didn't watch anything. Okay, wait, no, that's not true. I'm getting ahead of the game. It's spooky season. Our spooky season is starting. Kyla was gone this weekend, so it was just me and the boys. I watched. I was like, yeah, why not? I watched. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. I watched Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Red Dragon all back to back. And I was just like, yeah, man, cannibalism. Why not? Really creepy movies, man. I really like them all. Hannibal's a cool character. And it's not super. I'm waiting until October gets here to get all the ghosts and the spirits and stuff. So I'm holding that off for the rest of the week, but I'm excited for that. What are you watching?
Yeah, so we decorated Maggie's house for Halloween, got all the Halloween and fall decor up, and so we are watching Wednesday, and I've never seen it before. It's really, really good. Like, it's funny, it's kind of quirky, it's weird, but it's really good. It's a great kind of warm up heading into spooky season, getting ready. You know, the other night we were coming back from her parents on Saturday. We're naming off all the things we want to watch this Halloween, like this spooky season. We're going to need a lot more hours in the day if we're going to watch all the stuff that we want to watch. But Wednesday has been a great warm-up. It's good. If you haven't watched it before, it's very entertaining. Check it out. We're almost done with season 1. Season 2 just dropped, so excited to get through that.
Yep, which Edward King makes it. I forgot. The Alien Earth finale is tonight. I'm going to watch that. It's amazing. Yeah, that's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. Basketball next week. Pre-basketball this week. $2 today at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Saying at 1. Tune into all that. Go play some bets at FanDuel. Get tatted at Trilogy Tattoo while you're at it. We'll be back tomorrow. And if we can leave you with anything at all, remember these 2 things. Remember 1, be a little weird. A little bit. 2, remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.